TGV. There you go. TGV from Montparnasse to Algiers. Paris to the past, day 6, Angers. Blanche of Castile's 13th century fortress. TGV from Gare Montparnasse to Angers.
So here we are at our first real outdoor in-the-air castle, and it was quite striking with the black and white stripes at the top of each of the 17 towers. They used to have conical caps on top, but we found out that later on that they lost those during the Wars of Religion. It was the age of gunpowder, and they wanted to put guns up on the tops. It was still a fortress of defense. The foundations of the medieval fortress at the Louvre whetted our appetite for visiting castles of this era, but Angers gave us the full experience. Here we got portcullises, arrow loopholes, drawbridges, trapdoors, a massive moat, all the castle-y stuff you grew up reading about and watching in movies. It's all here for you at Angers.
Blanche of Castile fascinates me. She was the daughter of King Alfonso VIII of Spain and the granddaughter of the intriguing Eleanor of Aquitaine. Blanche was married to the future Louis VIII at the age of 13 because her name was easy to pronounce. Louis was supposed to marry her sister, but her name, Google Translates tells us, is pronounced like this.
Urraca.
Wait, a Starbucks display in a medieval castle? It's actually pretty smart. This is Angers, it's not the Louvre. They don't get 8 billion visitors a day, so they're doing some things to try and generate repeat visitors. Like this display of P.T. Barnum. It's maybe a little tacky, I don't know. But it certainly is something interesting, some part of American culture in there. There's one of Barnum's freaks. And they had some optical art, which was just gorgeous, made all the better and more beautiful because of its amazing setting, being in the castle. And outdoors, there was a nice little car show. They had some pretty things to look at there. So they're trying to generate some repeat business.
It is said that Angers was Louis IX's castle, but actually, Blanche built it. Blanche's husband, Louis VIII, died of dysentery in 1226, and as he lay dying, he summoned all his knights to him and made them pledge allegiance to his queen, and he also appointed Blanche regent during the minority of their 11-year-old son. Having a regent was normal for underage heirs, but having a woman in that position was unheard of. Blanche built the fortress of Angers to protect and save the monarchy for her young son.
It was in the early 1400s that René d'Anjou placed his particular stamp on these structures. His influence was very much Gothic, and you can see that here on the Châtelet and the royal dwelling. The archaeology on the site has uncovered Neolithic man, Celtic settlements, Roman-era structures, then of course all the eras of the castle itself. This was a great place to connect the dots of Richard the Lionhearted, Eleanor of Aquitaine, the Plantagenets, Queen Blanche, and Louis IX, among others. In her book, Ina details the story of Fouquet, the extremely popular Minister of Finance for Louis XIV, and the political plotting that Colbert, the Controller General, used to get him deposed and arrested. Fouquet's prison was here in Angers. In fact, it's in that apartment on the left, right above the stairs. We'll learn more about Fouquet when we visit Vaux-le-Vicomte.
Not to be missed is the oldest surviving 103 meters long medieval apocalypse tapestry.
As you can see, this fortress was built on the craggy rocks 30 meters above the River Main. It's a great place to defend your river and your land from all oncomers, be they English or French, or most importantly, Vikings. Next, we are back to Paris proper and Sainte-Chapelle.